you're a fan of Genyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. Ah, how I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
You've already... And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss at...
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an Adeptus in disguise. Xiao, you're an Adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons.
Yeah, but Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Xiao!
I've actually heard of... The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant.
Now you're making me I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, the meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The compass, if I were to give it a go, an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti.
Of course.
Hey, Xingqiu! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? I don't know if it's my own lack of literary...
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is it turned out...
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you? As for the Fontaine friend, the Iridescence tour has finally been... Don't think anything. By the way, I was watching as you entered Xinyue Kiosk. Should I say that it's...
People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to... Now, we usually drink wine during occasions like this over an...
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. May this year be better than the last. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
All of a sudden, they started proposing
What's with the urgency?
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air.
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then.
Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. But this time... No. So you know his true identity. The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the... And that's something I might never be able to do. No matter. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels... Yes, the parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here, but I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. I never saw him wear this during the war. I did...
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
You're not.
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and to be honest, you looked a little restless.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait. There's another reason why I came here. Take the...
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that... I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, so I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys. When I told Globa that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba, too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please...
Okay.
Alrighty, we should head back. You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? And that your dessert.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious... Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy
But even though we're all well acquainted by now...
Oh?
Nope. This is something Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. Lighting the incense will signify...
I see. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real, if knowledge were...
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone...
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of...
Is this really the way that...
It's not... Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition, the only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant, a good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Pat... Please stop! If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the...
Huh?
Oh, not a bad choice.
Well, that's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, which means we should choose Chongyun.
Huh? I can't be the one. Adeptus Shao.
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observation. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk... Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean... Oh, well...
I agree. Paimon's just without a friend constantly by your side, but once you have...
Ah, the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys... those were genuine... Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a while.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important...
Looks like we've come to an agreement.
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting. Here you go. Take the match. It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time.
Yep, the tea was amazing, too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Chongyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. I think you know the place I'm talking about. It was great getting to know you all.
Bye. Oh. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the...
Understood. See you later.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Heaven forbid.
I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past. The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic from the evidence she found and the conclusion she made. Her area of research is already very close to the truth, but there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, Those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise, so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean, Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside, which... At least, no. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do?
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness. Okay, I'll see you next time then.
Rain outlines your fate. Our bond is strong.
Here you are.
Hey!
Rain outlines your fate.
Scatter.
Grow, grow, grow!
Dissipate.
I see everything!
Pay your dues.
Hey!
No, my sword. Our bond is strong.
I'll be back. I'll be Can't run from death.
Stand with me. All right, this'll do.
Everyone hold hands!
Rain outlines your fate. Our bond is strong.
I see everything!
Rain outlines your fate. Time to act. Stand with me.
Here you are. Deflect!
Curses. There's sand in my...
Solidify! Order guide you!
Witness the power.
Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Gather!
Hold the line!
Know my sword. Drain outlines your fate. Time to act. Let me read you a verse.
Crumble!
Roasted rebuild! Covenant of the Deep!
Stabilize! This is order!
Witness the power of Fuhua.